Hi there, Dr. Crowley. My name is Andre Helms. I came across your website when I typed in here to Google dentist in Reno. The challenge was that I didn't find you here. I found you way back here on like page 7. Let me see, somewhere down here on page 7. Might be might even be page 8 or page 6. Is one of the, yeah, here you are on page 8. Okay, Dr. Crowley, I'm gonna pass on a couple of helpful tips that are practical tips that you can implement right now, and you'll see some changes here probably within the next couple of weeks. These tips will help move you off of page 8 and start moving you towards page 1. Okay, these will be some. These are a lot of businesses miss this, and just because they don't know. There's a couple things that you can do. First, let me go back here to page 1. Obviously Google is the new phone book. Most people will never get past page 1. Maybe some will go into page 2 and 3 if they're looking for like a specialized dentist like yourself, maybe, or a specialized doctor. They may search past page 2 and maybe 3. But when you're back on page, anything past page 2, normally you're pretty much never going to be seen. So here's a couple of tips. And first of all, what are the benefits being on page 1? Let me start all over. Like I said, my name is Andre. I have a digital marketing service that I basically help rank people up to page 1, with especially local businesses in their local market. I work with a fantastic group of guys throughout the country, and that's what we specialize in, get people ranked to page 1. But forget about that right now. I'm just going to pass on some tips that you can use yourself, that you can do yourself and implement, and start moving yourself forward, okay? First things first, let me go back to page 7 to where you were at, or page 8, and I'll show you right now. Number one thing is, so here you are. This here is called the metadata or meta title, okay? These clickable links that you see here in blue, okay? Number one thing Google uses. Google is all about the end user's experience. They want to satisfy their customer that's typing in whatever they're typing in. They want to get them the information that they're looking for. Okay, so number one thing right here, I typed in dentist in Reno. There's other keywords like, I know you're out in South Reno. Even when I type in South Reno, you think you ended up on page 3 or 4. Anyway, that can all be corrected as well by just doing the simple changes. So what you want to do is you want to be congruent with what people are typing in. So if you, right down here, you type in, you're allowed 72 characters right here, okay? So if you take what people are typing in, dentist in Reno or dentist in South Reno, and you were to put that right here, okay, dentist in South Reno or dentist in Reno, put a vertical line, then your name, Regina L. Crowley, or whatever else you want to put in here. You have up to 72 characters. That right there alone, Google's the very first thing that Google sees. Now they have something that they know you want to rank for, and now they know how to start ranking you, okay? Number 2, over here is what they call an H1, H2 tag. I use a tool called Rank Daddy. Now, what is an H1, H2 tag, okay? Think of a book. Book has a table of contents that lists all the chapters, right? Each chapter has a title. So think of your web page. Your web page is a chapter. It needs to have a title. So right here, that's what an H1 tag is. But you only want one line right here. And the same thing, you want it to be congruent with what people are typing in. Dentist in Reno or dentist in South Reno. Okay, so if you put that right here, dentist in Reno or dentist of South Reno, depending on which keyword you're wanting to use, you want to have that one line right here. Boom. Now that is congruent with what people are typing in. It also matches your meta tag, your meta title, which I explained to you, which is right here. And now Google has 2 key pieces of information. It knows what to rank you for and how to rank you. H2 heading, that is perfect. Because this right here, you want this to support what you have up here. That's all this is for. So here you want one line, here you can have 2, 3, or 4, and it supports what you have right here. So now going back to your page, Dr. Crowley, I bring all this to your attention because when I see people that are on page 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, I want to help them get to page 1. Like I said, that's what we specialize in do. I'm giving you these tips. I hope this is of some value to you, and that'll start getting you moving off of page 8 and start moving you towards page 6, 5, 4, and start moving you forward. There are other factors obviously that will get you to page 1 quicker and keep you on page 1. That's the type of stuff we specialize in, but those two things are the two big ones that I just gave you right there that'll help start you moving right now. Because for one thing, I know that probably, I'm sure some of these guys here are your competitors, and if I'm a business owner, I'd hate seeing that these guys are getting 80 to 90% of the phone calls, and I'm only getting a few. And once you get up here, it's a game changer. Like I said, double or triple the phone calls start coming your way, and I don't know if I went over the benefits with you. Obviously, you start to gain, more patients to you. Total revenue, you start to pick up more total revenue, which means more profit to you and your team. And you're also start to scale up your business if that's what you're looking to do, which most business owners are looking to scale their business up. And on top of that, you will gain more authority in your market because you're always consistently being on page 1. Not only in your market, but you'll gain more authority and trust with Google. So with that, I'm hoping we get maybe a conversation going. I'll leave my information, on my email with my phone number. If you want to respond, if you have any questions yourself, feel free to just, email me back. And I'd love to elaborate more and get into more detail and maybe to see if there could be a fit with either one of us. Okay? And you take care. You have a great rest of the week, and hopefully these tips were able to bring you some value. Okay, Dr. Crowley, bye now.